In the dark, one question remains. Welcome. Questions before sleep. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that every ocean on Earth has vanished. No waves, no tides, no sound of crashing surf, just endless stretches of cracked earth where blue water once shimmered. For a moment, people might think it's beautiful, strange, or even peaceful. But soon, the horror begins. Without the oceans, Earth would fall apart, literally and figuratively. The first thing that would happen is silence. The sound of the sea, which has echoed across the planet for billions of years, would be gone. Marine life, from the tiniest plankton to the largest whales, would die within hours. Over 70% of Earth's living species would disappear instantly. The planet's biggest ecosystem would collapse in a single day. But that's just the beginning. Without oceans, there's no evaporation. No water rising into the sky means no clouds. And without clouds, no rain. Within weeks, rivers would dry out, crops would fail, and forests would wither into dust. The planet's temperature would skyrocket. Oceans absorb more than 90% of Earth's excess heat. Without them, global temperatures would rise faster than ever imagined. Daytime heat would burn the land, and nights would freeze. The balance between hot and cold, between wet and dry, would vanish forever. Coastal cities would become wastelands. Once bustling ports like New York, Tokyo, and Sydney would sit hundreds of miles from any water. Ships would rest like skeletons on dry, cracked mud. Salt crystals would cover what used to be the sea floor. The air itself would change. Dry, dusty, hard to breathe. Massive dust storms would sweep across continents, turning skies orange and blocking out the sun. Humanity would struggle to find water. Desalination plants would be useless, and underground reservoirs would dry faster than we could dig. Within months, millions would die of thirst. The loss of the oceans would also destroy something even bigger: our atmosphere. The ocean acts as Earth's lungs, producing over half the oxygen we breathe through microscopic organisms called phytoplankton. When the oceans disappear, so do they. Slowly, oxygen levels would drop, making it harder for animals and humans to survive. Fires would burn longer, breathing would feel heavier, the world would suffocate in silence. And what about the climate? The oceans are Earth's greatest climate regulator. They absorb carbon dioxide, transport heat, and drive weather systems that keep the planet livable. Without them, the winds would become chaotic. There would be no monsoons, no hurricanes, no stable seasons. Some areas would freeze, others would boil. Deserts would spread over continents like scars. The blue planet would turn brown, a dry, dying world spinning in the cold emptiness of space. Humans would desperately search for ways to survive. Underground shelters might offer protection from the heat, and scientists would race to create artificial oceans, massive reservoirs or climate domes that recycle water vapor. But the truth is brutal. No technology can replace the natural balance the oceans provide. Civilization would collapse, cities would fall into chaos as governments crumble and resources vanish. Water would become more valuable than gold, and survival would depend on who controls it. Over time, Earth would start to resemble Mars, a dusty, silent planet that once had oceans but lost them. The difference? Mars lost its oceans billions of years ago. We'd be watching it happen in real time. The oceans are more than just water. They're the foundation of life, the heartbeat of our planet. Every drop connects to the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the climate that protects us. But imagine something even stranger. What if the oceans didn't just vanish, but were somehow stolen or vaporized into space? Earth's gravity would weaken slightly, since oceans make up a huge portion of its mass. The planet's orbit could even shift a little. Days might become shorter, and tides, once driven by the moon, would cease forever. The moon itself would look down upon a silent, lifeless Earth, reflecting no blue shimmer back into space. The blue planet would be blue no more. Animals that depend on the sea, birds, seals, turtles, would vanish soon after. Coastal cultures, fishing industries, and entire economies would collapse. History itself would be erased as ancient ports, ships, and civilizations vanish beneath layers of salt and dust. Humanity would face not just a physical death, but a cultural one. The songs of sailors, the myths of the sea, and the stories of discovery, all gone with the last drop of the ocean. Eventually, perhaps centuries later, Earth's surface would stabilize into a new kind of balance, harsh, dry, and empty. Winds would carve massive dunes across the former ocean floors, revealing mountain-sized coral reefs turned to stone. A few isolated pockets of water might remain deep underground, but life as we know it would be impossible. If somehow intelligent survivors still existed, living in artificial habitats or underground vaults, they would look at the sky and wonder what the world once was. They would speak of the oceans as myths, just like we talk about Atlantis. They would say the earth used to breathe, sing, and move with life, but all that would be left is dust and memory. So, what if all the oceans disappeared? The answer is terrifying, but clear. Without them, Earth is no longer Earth. It becomes just another silent rock floating in the dark. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.